high school phenom Dior Johnson announces his commitment to the men in orange in 2022. Syracuse men's lags were locked in and ready to go as they took on Army West Point in the Dome, and this was quite the matchup. I have the Clemson Tigers, Georgia, LSU, and the wild card, Oklahoma. We're going to go with Jalen Hurts. Tonight here at the Carrier Dome, the Syracuse Orange hosted Wake Forest. Tonight was about being at the right place at the right time, and Bryson Godin did just that. Syracuse is one of the worst defensive teams in Division I basketball, allowing their opponents to score close to 70 points per game, and last night was a prime example. Business owners have been faced with the challenges of COVID-19, but now with Phase 3 opening back up, they have new restrictions that they have to abide by. By 9 points. However, Clemson has won a couple of games this year that surprised us in beating Duke and Louisville. Well, what they really need to learn is they need to make their free throws. They were 28 for 37. If you make 9, you're in the game. And I believe that Elijah Hughes could have stepped up more, but we'll see what he does in the future.
Now, Rob, is Syracuse a legit contender for the NCAA tournament?
They absolutely are. I think that they showed a lot of tenacity. I mean, sometimes you just get beat, and that's exactly what happened tonight. 42 years of age, Ulf is training for a triathlon, which is no easy task. Running, swimming, and cycling while being timed is no walk in the park, but Ulf had other challenges that couldn't stop him.
So I've always had one hand, and it's really all I know, and I've learned how to do everything with one.
Ulf trains 4 to 5 days a week. Sometimes his light days aren't exactly that.
Going out for a bike ride that's 112 miles. You might be on the bike 5, 6, 7 hours, depending on how fast you.
The triathlons are worldwide. Ulf began competing in 2010 when Ironman came to Syracuse, but his introduction wasn't your average situation.
Ultimately it was the end of 2017. I finished #1 in the world for challenged athletes, and I've repeated that again at the end of 2019. So the 2020 season, all-world athlete status, feels pretty good.
So, I'm racing with Zwift, and that's an app that syncs to your trainer, and you've got different courses that you can go out and ride. Typically, they give you Watopia, which is sort of Zwift's world, and then there'll be a couple other cities throughout the week, whether it's Richmond or New York or London.
We've got the forearm pads slightly off center because of the different arm lengths that I have. We chopped this bar a little bit shorter to make sure that I had enough room.
Ulf needed a bike that would assist him with his physical challenges and put him in the best position to win. This work of art cost over $10,000.
Bar we flared out to the outside of the bike so that as I'm down I can get my left arm in there and give myself some leverage. And then with the right, as I'm locked in, we have electronic shifting.
The Trek Speed concept bike was created by Dennis Sackett at Syracuse Bicycle, which was tailored for Ulf because he could end up cycling for over 5 hours at a time. Ulf has completed 7 full Ironman races at 70.3 miles each and has racked up countless medals over his 10-year journey. As he gears up in his red helmet, he's heading for Georgia to qualify for a worldwide rank. Devin Booker, I think, a Tyler Hero in terms of putting the ball on the floor and being crafty, right? I think Devin Booker is a better player, but I'm talking about their shooting skill and being able to have that versatility to create their own shot. Why I was saying that Damian and Giannis are better is because Damian Lillard fills that gap that Giannis needs for his game. He's not a three-point shooter, but Damian Lillard is, right? So in the meantime, as we know in the playoffs, the game slows down. When the Denver Nuggets do beat the Clippers, which I believe they will, this upcoming Tuesday at 9 p.m., I think the Lakers need to put some respect on their name. They have to take the Denver Nuggets very serious because this will be the second series within the playoffs that the Denver Nuggets were down 3-1 and came back and won the series. Now, the NBA owners and Commissioner Adam Silver will be meeting today on a virtual meeting call that will potentially figure out how to restart the NBA season. Portland Trailblazers sharpshooter Damian Lillard has been receiving a lot of backlash because of his opinion. Lillard wants to compete, but only if his team is in a position to play in the postseason, because like other players, there's a lot at risk.
You know, we've been off for 2 months, and if we come back, we want to play for something. You know what I mean? So after this type of break, usually when you come back, you know, especially with how fast we're going to be jumping into playing, you know, I think guys are at risk for injury. Also at risk of, you know, being exposed to whatever, because, you know, none of us have been around each other. If every